students. Today we are going to discuss about another topic that is called as ecosystem in second group. So myself Usharani. So I am going to take this topic that is called ecosystems here. So what is meant by ecosystem? So it is consisting in a basic component in ecology. So ecology, the term has been usually derived from a Greek letter called oikos and house. So it has been defined as the study of interrelationship between the living organisms and their physical and even a biological environment. So the biological environment, nothing but it involves some biotic factors. So what are the biotic factors? All the living organisms, they are considered as biotic factors. So the physical environment, which involves some abiotic factors, that is a non-living substance, they are considered under abiotic factors. So the biotic factors that involves from the simple microbes to higher individual, whereas the abiotic factors, it involves light, wind, air, water, and even a soil particle. So here, ecology. So usually it has been classified into two types, that is called autecology and synecology. Autecology deals with the study of an individual organism or an individual species. For example, tree, a tree in a forest. Whereas synecology, it deals with the study of the group of organisms so that they are present which are associated together. So for this example, we will give called a forest. So the ecosystem, it has been defined as, so all the organisms, they are showing interaction and interrelationship between living organisms along with a natural physical environment. So where the ecosystem is a structural and functional unit in an ecology. So here an ecosystem, which is a community and it's a physical environment that has been treated together as a functional system. So in this diagrammatic representation, so there is interaction that occurs between a non-living composition and along with a living environment. So the type of ecosystem. Ecosystem has been broadly classified into two types, that is a natural ecosystem and artificial ecosystem. The natural ecosystem, nothing but the system that has been developed under the natural condition itself without the interference of man. So for this, there are two types again classified called terrestrial ecosystem and aquatic ecosystem. So the artificial ecosystem has been developed by man artificially. So where by the addition of energy and planned manipulation, the natural balance is disrupted regularly. So for this example, there is a cropland ecosystem. So the terrestrial ecosystem, it consists in example forest ecosystem, grassland and even a desert. Aquatic ecosystem, it involves a freshwater and even a marine water ecosystem. So here the characteristic features of an ecosystem. So where it is a major structural and functional unit of an ecology. So where it has been related to its specific species diversity. It is also helpful for relative amount of energy that they are needed to the maintenance of ecosystem depending on its structure. The structural feature of an ecosystem that involves an biotic structure and an abiotic structure. So the biotic structure, which involves all the living organisms, that involves plants, animals and even microorganisms. So here again the biotic structure, it involves the components called as producers, consumers and even decomposers. The producers, nothing but all the green plants, they are considered as producers. By the help of photosynthesis, they start preparing the food material. So where they have been preserved in the form of biomass, it was supplying food for all the organisms along with themselves. So here, some of the producers, they are called as photoauthotrophs. That means in the presence of sunlight, they are preparing the food material. So consumers, the organisms which are depending on producers to get food and energy directly or indirectly. So when here all the organisms which get their organic food by feeding upon other organisms are called as consumers. So here the consumers based upon the food habitat. So they have been classified as herbivores, carnivores, omnivores and even detritivores and even predators. So based on food habitats they have been classified. So another one, that is, after consumers, the structural feature of an ecosystem involves and decomposes. So these are the organisms which are feeding on dead and decaying organic matters. So some of the bacteria and fungi which are also acts like an saprophytes. So here, the various steps that are involved in an ecosystem which acts like a functional process, that is an productivity, decomposition, energy flow and nutrient cycle. So first one, there is a productivity. So productivity is nothing but, so where the plants, by the process of photosynthesis, they start preparing the food material and those biomass has been stored. So here, the productivity has been classified into two types. There is a primary productivity and secondary productivity. So the primary productivity is nothing but the rate of biomass that has been synthesized by the producers. So by the process of photosynthesis, that is called as primary productivity. So here the production that takes place by the help of producers itself. So whereas the primary productivity again has been differentiated with gross primary productivity and net primary productivity. So the gross nothing but the total. Here the total biomass that has been produced by the producers by the process of photosynthesis is called as gross primary productivity. So whereas the net primary productivity, that is net nothing but a left. So when the energy that has been consumed, after that also if the energy has been left in the plant by process of respiration, that is called as net primary productivity. So that the NPP is always equal to GPP minus R. Secondary productivity. So here the rate of biomass that has been produced by the consumers, that is called as secondary productivity. So here we have given the equation that is called NPP, that is called net primary productivity, is always equal to the gross primary productivity minus respiration. So here, for example, the net production of the tree is an energy that was contained what is left at the end of the year. So that includes new woods in the form of trunk, new buds. So that will be developed into leaves and even flowers next year and new woods. Net production results in the increase of total weight, energy content and the stored carbon composition. So next one is decomposition. It is a process of breakdown of an complex organic matter into a simple inorganic substance. So where the decomposition involves are some of the compositions like dead tree roots. So these are the individuals that are feeding on dead matter. These are dead matters of plants and even animals. The steps that are involved in decomposition called fragmentation, leaching, mineralization, catabolism and even mineralizing. So here the fragmentation, nothing but the breakdown of an detritus. Detritus nothing but the dead remains of plants and animals that have been broken down into smaller particles by the help of detritus. Detritus nothing but the organisms that are feeding on detritus. We will give an example for a detrivorous that is called as earthworm. So after the breakdown of a complex detritus into smaller particles, it was undergoing another step called as leaching. So in this process, the inorganic matters that was present in the detritus, it gets perforated into the soil and they become an unavailable starch. Mineralization. So here in this process, the mineral composition that was present in the humus, it enters into the soil. So whereas in catabolism, so here the process which involves the breakdown of an detritus into an organic molecules and then into an inorganic molecules by the action of bacteria and fungi. So in the humification, when the humus that has been added into the soil, so again by the process of mineralization, the nutrient that was present in the nucleus will start transforming into a soil. The factors that are affecting the rate of decomposition, it depends on temperature, moist and even on pH. Even some of the factors that was affecting the decomposition, it involves the climatic factors. The climatic factors, it involves the temperature and moist. This slows down the decomposition at high altitude and latitude. Whereas the chemical quality of detritus also depends on the decomposition factor. That is called the proportion of water-soluble substance like lignin, chitin and even a nitrogen. The nitrogen-rich detritus with low lignin and chitin decomposes in a faster way. So next one, that is a trophic level. So it is a nutritional level of an individual. So for this, the trophic level represents the feeding steps in the transfer of energy and matter in an ecosystem. So the trophic level in an ecosystem has been differentiated into four parts, that is producers, consumers, and even decomposers. They are not occupying in a trophic level. So where there is a primary consumer, secondary consumer, and tertiary consumer. So where the trophic level has been differentiated into trophic level 1 that has been occupied by the producers, trophic level 2 by the herbivores, trophic level 3 by carnivores, and trophic level 4 by the top carnivores. So here in the trophic level, so the energy that has been transferred from one individual to another individual, so through a series of consumers. So this consumers which involves herbivores, carnivores, scavengers, and even omnivores. So here next one is energy flow. The flow of energy from one trophic level to another trophic level. Here the chief source of energy that we will get in an ecosystem that is called as sun. The solar energy that has been utilized by the producers. So from the producers, the energy has been transferred to the consumers and then to decomposers. So when the producers and consumers, they are decomposed. So here in the form of inorganic nutrient, again they are entered into transferred into producers. So the flow of energy in an ecosystem, it was completely relating with the help of an solar radiation. Next one is food chain. The flow of energy has been described by the help of food chain. So the food energy that has been transferred from one organism to another organism, that is through a series of consumers, where being eaten by another individual. So this is the diagrammatic photo of an food chain. So where the producers, that is example grass, has been feeded by a primary consumer called grasshopper. Then it was fed from secondary consumer called snake. Then it has been fed by the tertiary consumer called as hawk. So when this individual, it has been decomposed by the action of fungi. So those nutrients, again, they are absorbed by the plants. So there are types of food chain. There are two types of food chain, that is called grazing food chain and detritus food chain. The grazing food chain, it involves the producers called as grass. So usually the grazing food chain is occupying a larger quantity in an aquatic media, whereas detritus food chain plays a major role in a terrestrial ecosystem. So next one, there is a food web. So which consisting of an interacting with a food chain. It is a network of interacting with several food chains called as food web. So where food web shows all the possibilities of feeding of a relationship in a community at each trophic level. So food web is a group of several interconnected food chains. In food web, organisms get food from one or more than one group of an organism. So this is an example that has been given. These are terrestrial food web. So where the individuals they are occupying more than one trophic level. So whereas in food chain, the food energy that has been transferred from one trophic level to another trophic level in a series. So but whereas in food web, one organism can occupy more than one trophic level also. So the flow of energy cannot be easily calculated in a food web. So another one that is called ecological pyramid. It is a graphical representation helpful for to study the relationship between the producers and consumers. Whereas in pyramid, the base of the pyramid was broad, and when the pyramid was in a narrow conditions in a tip regions. So where in the ecological pyramid, so the base was usually broader in condition and it was narrow at the tip. So where the base of the pyramid, it has been usually occupied by the producers. So next it has been occupied primary consumer, next one secondary consumer, next there is an tertiary consumers. So when this has been again explained by a concept called as, there are three types of ecological pyramid. There is a pyramid of energy, pyramid of biomass, and pyramid of number. So in pyramid of energy, it is helpful for to show a relationship of amount of energy that has been transferred in the form of calories. Whereas in biomass, where it shows a biomass of all the living organisms and even an individual. So the number, it was indicating the number of individuals feeding at each trophic level. So the pyramid of biomass, where it has been denoted by a specific conditions. So where biomass, it has been denoted by kg or a gram. So here the producers, it was occupying about a specific number. When the trophic level it increases, so the number, the biomass value has been decreases. So it is a graphical representation of pyramid of number, biomass and even an energy. So next one, that is called ecological succession. So here in a given area where the community has been replaced by another by a series of communities. So here it is a progressive replacement of a community by another till the development of stable community in a particular area is called as ecological succession. So the stages in an ecological succession, it involves pioneer community. Pioneer community is a starting community. Settle, it is the various developmental stages of a community. And next one is climax community, that is a terminated condition. So the types of ecological succession, it involves primary and secondary succession. The succession that appears in an area where there is no living organisms have been existed ever. In secondary succession, it existed in an area where the living organisms have been disrupted from the natural calamities. So here usually the succession which involves the hydrarch and even a xeric succession. The succession that takes place in a water body is called hydrarch, that takes place in a dry area is called xeric. So in the middle part, which was considered with a forest, called as mesic condition. So the biogeochemical cycle, it is a cyclic representation which is helpful for exchanging the nutrient materials between living organisms and a non-living environment is called as biogeochemical cycle. So the biogeochemical cycle have been classified into gaseous cycle and even a sedimentary cycle. The gaseous cycle, which is helpful for the interchange of gaseous, and sedimentary, it deals with the interchange of minerals. So one of the example for a gaseous cycle, that is called carbon cycle, where the carbon, it was present in an excess amount in an ocean body. So the carbon dioxide, which was present in an atmosphere by the process of photosynthesis, it has been consumed by the plant. So again, from the plant, the carbon composition has been entered into and consumers. So by the process of respiration, that carbon dioxide enters into atmosphere by cellular respiration. So when these organisms, even by the process of detritus, that is by the process of decomposition also, the carbon dioxide enters, and even by the burning of fossil fuels also, the carbon dioxide enters into an atmospheric medium. So next one is phosphorus cycle. So which is called as sedimentary cycle, where it has been present in a rock is a basic media where the phosphorus was present in an excess amount. By the weathering of rock and even by a leaching process, the humus, which consisting of higher phosphorus composition, when it has been absorbed by the plant, when it was undergoing a decomposition mechanism, again the phosphorus enters into a soil matter. So let us discuss about some of the MCQs in this chapter. The term ecosystem was coined by the given option, that is Odum, Tansley, Lindman and Elton. So here the term ecosystem has been coined by a scientist named called as Tansley. So the given option for first is B. Tansley. Which one of the following aspect is not a component of functional unit of ecosystem? The functional unit of ecosystem, it involves productivity, decomposition, energy flow and even a nutrient cycle. But the ecological pyramid, it is a unit, not was considered as a functional unit. So the correct option for second is ecological pyramids. The movement of energy from lower to higher trophic level. So usually the flow of energy from the producers to consumers through a trophic level. So it has been occupied. It always unidirectional. So it was always unidirectional, sometimes unidirectional, always bidirectional and undetermined. So here it is not unidirectional, it is unidirectional. It has having a smaller correction here. So usually the flow of energy from the lower individual to higher trophic level, it has been always transformed in a unidirectional, not in a bidirectional. So next one, there is a dash is the rate of production of organic matter by the consumers. So usually the rate of biomass that has been produced by the producers are called primary productivity, where it has been produced by the consumer is called as secondary productivity. The given option for primary productivity has been produced by producers, secondary productivity by the consumers. Net and gross primary productivity, they are the types of primary productivity. So for the correct option for fourth question is secondary productivity. So the rate of decomposition depends on usually the factors that are affecting the decomposition. It involves abiotic factors and even abiotic factors and even a chemical composition. So the abiotic factors which involve the chemical composition that involves an soluble water media and even inorganic substance. So whereas even the chemical composition of detritus, temperature, soil moist and pH, they all play a major role in our decomposition. So the correct option for this question is all of these. The percentage of photosynthetically active radiation in an incident solar radiation is. So that is called PAR. So the sun which was emitting the solar energy that has been utilized by the plants, it was nearly about less than 50%. So but in that only 2 to 10% it has been utilized by the plants. This is called photosynthetically active radiation. So here the percentage that has been given 1 to 5%, 2 to 10%. Less than 50%, approximately 100%. So usually the photosynthetically active radiation that has been present in the incident solar radiation is called less than 50%. So the correct option is C. The energy and biomass relationship between the organisms at the different trophic level can be better expressed by usually the study of relationship between the producers to consumers. It has been graphically represented by the help of ecological pyramid. So where the ecological pyramids, they are also called as Eltonian pyramid, developed by a scientist called Elton. So here the given option, there is a food chain, food web, ecological pyramid and an energy cycle. So ecological pyramid is a representation that is helpful for the study of relationship between producers and consumers, even in the form of energy, biomass and even in the form of number. So the correct option for 7th question is C, ecological pyramids. So the stable community during the ecological succession that would be near the equilibrium with the environment is. The first community that was appearing is called as a pioneer community. The middle, which is called seed or intermediate community. The terminator at the equilibrium state was combined with the climax community. So here the given option, there is a climax community, pioneer community, seed and conifers. So here at the terminal region, when the ecosystem it was attaining an equilibrium state, the correct option is a climax community. So the primary succession occurs in. So usually the primary succession it occurs in an area where the living organisms have not ever existed. So here area destroyed due to the forest fire, newly formed river delta, harvested crop field, none of these. Here, area destroyed due to forest fire and harvested crop fields helpful for secondary succession. But in newly formed river delta, there is no living organisms were existed. In that, the first species that was invading called as pioneer species. So here, the pioneer species in a xerox succession, that is on a barren rock, that is called as a lichens. So an inverted pyramid of biomass can be found in which ecosystem? So here usually the pyramids was upright where the producers they are occupying base and the terminal region with the consumers, that is on top consumers. So whereas when it was inverted, usually it has been occupied by a tree ecosystem and even an ocean ecosystem and even a pond ecosystem. So here an inverted pyramid of biomass, usually it has been representing forest, marine, grassland and tundra. So these three are representing an upright pyramid, but the marine it was represented by inverted pyramid. So the correct option for 10th question is marine. Approximately how much of the solar energy fall on the leaves of plant is converted into chemical energy by photosynthesis. So less than 50% of solar energy, which is called photosynthetically active radiation, it has been transmitted to a plant nearly about 2 to 10%. So the correct options for 11th question is 2 to 10%. So next one, the pyramid that is never inverted. The pyramid of number, the pyramid of biomass, these two, it was given example that is both upright and inverted. But whereas pyramid of energy was not always, usually it was not an inverted pyramid, it was resembling with an upright. So because the flow of energy in the form of food molecules, it usually goes from lower level to higher level in a unidirectional manner. So usually the pyramid of energy was not or never inverted. So the correct option for 12th question is energy. The succession, that is changes from one form to another form, it was usually the given option, that is an orderly process of community change until stability. So the community, it was showing continuous changes till it was attaining stability is correct. The gradual, convergent, directional and continuous, usually the succession occurs continuous manner. The series of biotic community that appears gradually in a barren area, gradually or slowly, the living organisms they start existing. So all of the above. For this reason, the succession is, it was relative to all these points. So the correct option for 13th question is all of the above. So which of the first organism to colonize on a barren rock? So barren rock, it is an xeric condition. So where the first species that was invading, that is called as pioneer species. So where the given option fungi, diatoms, lichens and even mosses. Lichens are the first organisms that to colonize on a barren rock. So by the process of leaching mechanism, it is helpful for the formation of soil. So if the soil has been formed, it is helpful for the generation of a new species. So these are about MCQs in this chapter. Okay, thank you students.